Hi guys, it's Coach Kirsty here today. So what I'm going to go through is a couple of ball releases and stretches that can help you to release your glutes and stop you from being such a tight ass. So when your glutes are tight, they can cause a lot of issues in your body. Because your glutes are at the base of your spine, they often affect your lower back and your hamstrings. So if you tend to get quite a lot of tightness and irritation through your lower back and hamstrings, sometimes it's a good idea to check your glutes to see if there's any big muscle knots or trigger points that could be causing that. It can also cause sciatic pain or any issues on the sciatic nerve that runs through your piriformis muscle. So it might be a good idea to have a little look through there to see if there's a trigger point locking down on that nerve. And of course they also affect your performance. If your glutes are not firing properly, they are a muscle that's involved in a lot of power activities, especially sprints, and they're also very involved in your deadlifts, your squats, and of course hip thrusts. So let's go through some of our exercises. My first one is just a basic ball release on the floor. So using a larger ball or sometimes a roller if it's too intense on the ball. I just recommend that you'd pop onto it. So your glutes go from your femur across to your iliac crest. They actually cross over the hip joint. So it's important that you start down low and then slowly work your way up to see if you can find all those hidden trigger points. Especially if you do a lot of training on your glutes and they'll be quite developed, it can be quite hard to look through them with something less intense like a roller. So that's why a ball is really good, because it's more of a isolated area. So I like to start right down where the insertion is, and then slowly just begin to search right and left, rolling up the glute. Now if you find an area of tenderness, a trigger point, I'd recommend resting there for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. So generally, trigger points may refer around the area, so you may feel they'll go along the leg or into another area of the glute, or they may be localized, but it's very important that if you find those areas of tightness that you release them, because they are knotted up within the muscle and can cause a lot of issues. Once you've rested on the area, slowly moving up and across, searching all the way through the meaty part of the glute. Now you find you can't really easily get all the way up to the top of the glute, so once you've searched through the whole muscle and you've given it a bit of attention, I'd recommend hopping off and using a smaller ball on a wall. So the first one's good for the bulk of glute max, which is the big glute muscle, using a larger ball or a roller. Then hop it up, the last one's using a smaller ball for your glute medius, minimus, and also maybe a little bit more into piriformis, which goes in a straight line across your bum. So again, I like to start out at the top of the iliac crest, so where the crest of your hip is, and then just searching right and left across there, just gently massaging, and again searching for any trigger points or areas of excessive tension or tightness, and slowly rolling down and moving across until you've reached the same area that you just did with the larger ball. So it'll really help you to search through the entire area of the glute and see if you can dig out some of those nasty little trigger points. So that will generally take you about, when you're using the ball, about 5 to 7 minutes on an area. So just try and take your time and be nice and gentle and slow, and don't brace against the ball, and that can really help to relieve those trigger points. Alright, so once you've released them, we need to make sure that we're working on our functional mobility within the glute tissue. So it's time for stretches. My first stretch, you may have seen it in yoga, is the pigeon stretch. This is really good. It gets the glute up and under, so it can stretch through piriformis as well, of course, glute max. So, hopping down onto the floor into a plank position, high plank. You just want to reach one leg up and under as far as you can. Try not to put the knee at too much of an angle to begin. Just keep it at a soft angle so you don't cause compression. And then just sit your body weight down. So what you should feel is as your hip compresses in, you feel a nice big stretch through the side of your glute. Now to begin with, it's probably enough to just prop yourself up, but eventually you want to fold yourself all the way over to try and really stretch out through those glutes. If that eventually is not intense for you, you can do a similar action, up on a bench. So again, bring your leg up and under, and then get a little bit more depth. So that's if you're really flexing intense. So 2 variations on the pigeon there. And then my other stretch, my favourite one, is a figure 4 using the wall as leverage instead of your own leg. So you may have done it on the floor before, where you Reach under and grab your leg, pull it in with your other leg up on figure 4. But this one using the wall, you just want to get nice and close, bring your legs up to 90 degrees, then crossing one leg over the other. To make it less intense, you can move further away from the wall, more intense, closer. And then here you should feel a nice stretch through, again, the bulk of your glute max muscle, as well as some of the smaller guys. Then you can push out to get more into the hip rotators, and then pull in to get through the bulk of that muscle a bit more. Let's stay here for about 30 seconds or longer, breathing deeply. And every time you breathe out, see if you can increase the stretch just a little bit more. Okay. Cool. So hopefully that helps you guys to reduce a few of the trigger points within your glutes, as well as help increase the range of motion, which can help you with lower back pain, hamstring issues, sciatic pain, and of course your performance. And of course, stop you from being a tight ass. See you next time, guys. Have a good one.